Hi, I'm Tim Lautzenheiser, and on behalf of our entire Conn-Selmer family, we're bringing this little clip to you, hoping that it will support you during these turbulent times. Everybody is dealing with it, everybody's trying to find an answer, and there are so many things we don't know. So instead of just kind of sitting back and waiting, we thought we'd do some things for you. There's a wonderful poem by Ella Wilcox. And one of the stanzas in the poem says, "One ship sails east, one ship sails west. On the same old winds they blow, but it's the set of the sails, it's not the gales, that determines the direction they'll go." We're in turbulent waters right now, yeah? So it's going to be important the way we set our sails to get to the destination we want. Now, I know there's directors watching this, and it's being designed for your students, but hang with us because I think there's going to be a lot of important things for you that you can pass on to your colleagues as well. My Division of Education family has gone above and beyond the call of duty to make this possible, so let's take advantage of it. You know, I've heard this said so many times, everybody's created equal. And I step back and I go, I don't know. And for you students watching, I'm sure you have people in your classes that they may never even open the book and they can get straight A's. And then there's other people that they work on it and they highlight and they have, sessions with their friends and they outline and they can barely get the B. So that wouldn't be equal, would it? But here's a place where everybody's equal: time. We all have 24 hours a day. Nobody's got more, nobody's got less. The question is, what do we do with it? Because time isn't something you can save. You can't bank it. You either lose it or you use it. And you're in a great position right now to use it and to do something special for yourself. I got to tell you a quick anecdote here because I think stories are better than just information. I have a really good friend, and his sister had a young lad, and the boy was going to go over to Grandma and Grandpa's for his first overnight stay. Well, Grandma and Grandpa wanted him to have the best time ever. So in the morning when he woke up, his grandmother said, "Jeff, what do you want for breakfast? You can have anything you want." And Jeff said, "Grandma, I'd like ice cream. We had ice cream last night. It was great." And Grandma said, "Well, Jeff, ice cream is not actually a breakfast food. It's more of a lunch food." She goes, "What would you like to drink, Jeff?" He goes, "Grandma, Dr. Pepper. We had Dr. Pepper last night. That was the best ever. I want a Dr. Pepper." She said, "Well, again, Jeff," she said, that is a lunch drink. That's not a breakfast drink." She goes, "Jeff, we have a problem. What are we going to do?" He said, "Let's have lunch." Isn't that magnificent? He solved the problem. He just changed the destination. And many of our destinations have been changed on us. A lot of you are sitting at home in your houses trying to figure out what to do and what to do. But you know what? Here is an opportunity that is really beyond compare. I can't remember in my lifetime ever having this kind of time to do the things I could choose to do. So I put down some things, and I really want to drive on this idea that your sale, your attitude is going to determine what happens in the days ahead. The great phrase, the pessimist sees the challenge in every opportunity, but the optimist sees the opportunity in every challenge. How are we going to make this special? You're probably all familiar with Darwin's survival of the fittest. And I wrote down the final thing that he came up with after all of his research. And here's what he found out: organisms that adjust to a new environment are the most successful. Hey, we're music people. We adjust to anything. So while many people may be running around yelling the sky's falling. You're a musician. You know how to use that time most effectively. So I got some ideas here that you might want to try. But I got to tell you, the very best ideas you're going to have are going to come from you and your friends. This is the time to up the level of communication with all of them. I mean, you see them in the band hall or the orchestra room or the choir. You see them all the time. But now that there's separation, we have to build those bridges out. So here's my idea. Well, the first one's obvious. What can you do with this time? I never have time to what? To practice. I really wanted to. I really meant well, and I knew I would get to it, but I ran out of time. You've got time to practice now. You've got time to sit and work on fundamentals and learn all those scales you didn't know. So take advantage of that time. And you know what you could do that would be kind of fun? Get with the people in your section and let's have some challenges going on. You know, who can play their scales for somebody else? Who can play this part in the music for somebody else? So we have a virtual band room and it's all yours. Nobody's going to interrupt you, right? So here's my second idea. Cyberspace is our friend in this because we can bring people together that are literally on the other side of the world. You have now got a rehearsal room where you can bring your friends in. You can play duets, you can play chamber music, you can record it. You get it? You can play it back for each other. I mean, you're in charge. It's a pretty cool thing to think about. Here's my next one. Oh, I love this one. Listening. Now, there's another time thing again. We don't take the time to sit down and really listen to music. I mean, we've got it on in the background, yeah, but we're moving stuff around where you can just put some headphones on and listen. Listen to some really good music. Listen to some of the things that you're programmed to play in one of your upcoming concerts. Better yet, play along with it a couple times. Wouldn't that be fun? There again, you are the winner. You're benefiting the most important thing in your life, your development. And this is a great time in your life where you will grow the most. Okay, I'm up to number 4. Oh, I love this one. So many of you, particularly those of you with instruments, a lot of them were gifts from grandma and grandpa or an aunt and uncle, or your parents sacrificed something so that you could have that new trumpet or saxophone. How about playing a recital? You can do it in your bedroom, recording it, and sending it to that person and saying, I want you to see what your investment did. I want you to see that you took that money, you took a chance on me, and now I would like to make music for you. Can't you just picture what that would be like for a grandma and grandpa sitting in their living room and all of a sudden there's their granddaughter playing her flute solo? That's one I think you ought to do for sure. Play those recitals. Let them know that that music is working for you. Have a meeting with your section. Get on Skype, get on one of those go-to meetings, bring everybody together and talk about what you want to do. Talk about how you can use this time. Talk about what needs to happen when you get back, all the plans you have. Our mind leads us in the direction of its most dominant thought. So think really neat things you can do, and then you will start to go towards them. Again, you're in charge. You're investing in you. I love this. Number 6. Write a note to your band director, your choir director, your orchestra director. I mean, handwrite it. Sit down, take a card, and just write that note, telling them how important it is to you. I think a lot of us are like, I don't know, we're in a music culture. And it's different when you're in school and you walk into the band hall, the band room. That's different, isn't it? There's a different environment, a different culture. And it's usually a reflection of the director. And those directors go the extra mile for you. They come early. They stay late. They give up family time. And maybe just 4 or 5 sentences. Put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and send it. I will guarantee you, those people will keep that card forever. We're only worth what we give, and this would be a great gift to them. Take stock of where you are. This is where my life is now. This is where I want it to go. And draw the blueprint, draw the roadmap of where you are and where you want to go. Just a lot of people just are aimlessly floating around. No, you don't need to do that. You can focus your mind, you can set up benchmarks, and you can be what you want to be. Remember, what you think is what you are. Oh, I love this. I think when we all start band or orchestra or choir, when you first come in, it's pretty scary, isn't it? Here's all these people who seem to know what's going on, and they have their own little cliques, and there you are. And the first thought is, did I do the right thing? Should I really have done this? You know, some of my friends didn't sign up. I did. There's always a person that we look up to, isn't there? The person we watch out of the corner of our eye. How about creating a message to your hero that's in the group and just saying, Jennifer, you probably don't know this. I know you're a senior and I'm only a sophomore at this point. But Jennifer, when I came into band and you remembered my name and you talked to me, and you remember that time that I was walking up to school and you pulled over and gave me a ride? And you know, when we walked down the hallway, sometimes you would veer over and say hi to me. It changed my life. I want to be like you when I grow up. You understand what that would mean to that person, and you understand what it would mean to you. The gift of presence, both PRENCE and PRENTS, both valuable. Just do something nice for somebody. We laughed about maybe you could take your instrument out in the backyard and play happy birthday for somebody. May not even be their birthday, but they go, oh my gosh, look what those kids are doing. They're not just sitting around. Just go out on the front porch and play through some of those exercises and watch when people walk by. You can wave at them. They'll turn and look at you. Once again, it's the gift of music. And that's why we did this in the first place. And my very last one, which I think is the most important one, and particularly for those of you who want to play in the game of leadership, you have to be an exemplary role model. Don't just talk it, walk it. And walk it with a sense of pride, knowing you're making a difference in their lives as well. Band, orchestra, choir, it's different than anything else. We're all varsity when we start out, aren't we? No bench, we're all there together. And there's a wonderful little poem called The Law of the Jungle. See if I can remember it. It says, here's the law of the jungle. It's as true and as blue as the sky. And those who obey it shall prosper, but those who deny it shall die. As the serpent that slithers that tree trunk, the law runneth forward and back, that the strength of the pack is each wolf, but the strength of each wolf is the pack. We're a music ensemble. We're a pack of people who make great music. I want to thank all my friends at Conn-Selmer, our new president, Steve Zapp, who's doing a great job, because we're here for you. You know, I think we all have heroes, and we all have people that we respect and admire. One of my heroes is a guy named Charles Swindoll. And he wrote this beautiful, beautiful passage about attitude. It sits on the front of my desk. So every time I feel like not getting a fair shake or things aren't right or I'm the victim, I read this. And boy, oh boy, is it a wake-up call. So hang with me. It says, the longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think or they say or they do. It's more important than appearance or giftedness or skill. It will make or break a company or a church or even a home. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we embrace for that day. We can't change our past. We can't change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We can't change the inevitable. We can't predict the future. The only thing we can do is play on that one string we have, and that's our attitude. I'm convinced that life is about 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are all in charge of our attitudes. What a great piece of information to carry with us each and every day, your attitude. You know, the situation we're in around the world is really unique, and chaos brings people together. That's why we're here for you. To all my friends at Hal Leonard and to my wonderful family at Conn-Selmer, thank you. You didn't have to do this. You did it because you're mission spirited and you know it will make a difference. And we all know the leaders of tomorrow are in our music groups of today. So thanks to our sponsors. Time to go practice.